Thank you again. And this is my first appointment to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission as governor. And I consider my first appointment as important as all of them, but as you know, in Arkansas, game and fish and the outdoor sports and recreation is vital both to our economy, but also our culture and our heritage in this state. And I recognize how important this appointment is. And I spent some time on it, I worked hard on it, and came to a conclusion on it, and I'm honored to make the announcement today. But let me first say something about the Game and Fish Commission and the importance of the work that is being done. Outdoor-related recreation in Arkansas is a $1.8 billion business. The governor needs to understand that. It's $5 million each day into our economy. 1.3 million people in Arkansas engage in the outdoor sports. The Game and Fish Commission owns 356,000 acres of land in this state. They regulate 3.2 million acres of huntable land in this state. And perhaps I got my education as governor when it came to the importance of hunting in this state, and my dad taught me young, but we were busy growing up, did not invest in the hunting sports until later in life. But when I called a grand jury when I was United States Attorney, I made the mistake of calling the federal grand jury to meet on the first day of hunting season. I thought the ladies and gentlemen of the jury were going to indict me that day. They were not happy campers. And so there's certain things you don't do on the first day of hunting season. And it's important in Arkansas, and I recognize that. It's important in my life. You know, as I look at the commissioners and the role that they play, everyone brings a different aspect. But what they share in common is a love for hunting and fishing in this state and recognize the importance of it to the state of Arkansas. And so I want to have a commissioner that loves hunting and fishing and all of the outdoor recreation in the state. I want someone on the commission who's a conservationist and recognizes the importance of conserving this culture and our land for the next generation. And I want to have a commissioner that understands the importance of hunter and fishing education in this state, the history and culture of it in our state, and the importance of passing that culture on to the next generation. And then finally, I think it's important that the commissioner understands the importance of this history, education, and culture to the average Arkansan, to the average member of the public that wants that access. And so today, I do believe I have found that person. I'm delighted to designate my nominee for the Game and Fish Commission as Joe Morgan. Joe, come up here, please. Joe has been a friend. He's been an avid hunter and fisherman in Arkansas. He resides in Little Rock, but as he says, his heart is in Stuttgart. And he spent, I think, 30 years in the car business in Stuttgart. He brings a business mind as well as a love for the hunting and fishing culture in Arkansas. At age 11, his dad taught him to hunt. And then he had the joy as a dad of passing that same hunting skill and culture on to his son, Brett, who then later went on to serve as a member of the Game and Fish Commission, and Brett Morgan is here today. And so we have that generational connection in Joe Morgan. We have the business experience, we have the passion and love for the outdoors here in Arkansas. He's hunted squirrels in Perry County. He's hunted ducks, he's hunted deers, he's hunted all of the aspects of hunting in our state and enjoyed it. And I think he also reflects the need of conservationism in the state of Arkansas when it comes to our outdoor recreation. I'm proud to nominate Joe Morgan today. I did want to recognize Senator David Sanders, who is his state senator, who's here. Senator Eddie Joe Williams is here also. I might miss some, but I did want to recognize their presence here. And so I'm going to turn the microphone over to Joe to make a comment, and I'll take any questions.
Thank you, Governor. It's an honor and a privilege, to say the least, to be standing here before you. I know a lot of people here and several of the commissioners, and I'm looking forward to working with them. And I am more than humbled and honored to have been selected to do this. My son was a previous game and fish commissioner, and somebody asked me the other day, said, well, usually the dad goes first and the son goes second if that ever happens. I said, yeah, this is kind of like the tail wagging the dog. But I'm tickled to death to be here, and I hope to make everyone proud, especially the governor, because he was kind enough to see fit to nominate me. And I thank him and everyone that was involved in this selection. But I'm usually long on words, and this is one of those times. I'm so excited and so pleased to be here. I really don't know how much to add to that. I've got a lot of friends and relatives here today. Excuse me, here today. Several guys that I duck hunt with, and I'm tickled to death that they were able to come. I'm looking forward to working with the commissioners. I've heard nothing but good things. And I'm sure proud to be a part of that, and I hope that I can be an asset to you and help in any way possible. But this is a great honor to be here today, and again, I want to thank the governor for seeing fit to appoint me. And I'll be short on words and get out of your way. I would like for my son and my wife to stand up, and my granddaughter. And with that, I'll turn it back over to the governor. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Well done. And I wanted to also recognize Mike Knadel, Director of the Arkansas Game and Fish. Mike, do you want to come to the podium and make a comment?
Thank you, Governor. When I learned of the decision of who the next commissioner would be, it became glaringly obvious to me that the governor put some thought and time into making this decision. And I must admit, having been associated with the Morgan family, and especially Brett, when I had lost my mind and left the field and come to Little Rock, Brett was a commissioner here. So he kind of helped me through some hard times here. But the one thing that I know that the commissioner has to have is that passion. And I've been around the Morgan family enough to know that hunting and fishing is a part of their life. It's a part of their heritage and what they grew up doing, and spending the majority of their time enjoying recreational opportunities around the state of Arkansas. And with that said, our main focus here, is mine as well as the commissioners, has always been serving the people of the great state of Arkansas and protecting our state's natural resources. And first of all, I want to always commend the staff, and I will tell Commissioner Morgan that we have the best staff, not only in Arkansas, but in the world. And I'm very proud of them and the work they do every day. And I look forward to working with Commissioner Morgan and carrying on the tradition, family tradition, if you will, as a commissioner. And I welcome you to the Game and Fish family, and thank you, Governor, for your great participation and the time that you put in for the selection. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Director. And with that, do we have any questions?
I actually have a question for Mr. Morgan. Want to see, are there any particular areas or initiatives you're hoping to focus on?
Well, at this time, I'm kind of like a kid in a candy store. It's just a little bit of everything. I'm tickled to death, and wherever the need is, I'll be more than happy to help out. And as the governor pointed out, I spend a great deal of time in southeast Arkansas, so I'm attuned to that, as well as some things in northwest Arkansas. And anything I can do to further the agenda of this commission, you can rest assured that I'll be on board with it and help any way possible.
You know, there's nothing more wonderful to a politician's ears than hear silence from the media. Just joking, gentlemen. thank you all for being here today. And with that, I'll turn it back to the commission, and thank you for giving me your facility today and let me make this announcement. If I can ever be of service, please let me know.
We're honored to